so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thoughts for Rent, Realtors Keeping It Real. I'm Max Zerflew, and this is my wife,
Jenni McKenna.
Jenni McKenna of McKenna Property Management fame, the queen of property management.
I don't know about that.
You are. You're my queen, and you're the queen of property management. We're going to go a little different direction, throw you a little curveball today.
So just so everybody knows, I have absolutely no idea what we're going to talk about today.
She hates that.
I do hate that.
She has a little bit of a control issue, so we're going to just ask her some questions and start some topics.
Oh my gosh.
I
didn't know I was going to be on the hot seat.
I don't know if you're on the hot seat. You just don't know what the topics are, but we're going to talk about a couple different things. I'm actually going to use notes. How do you feel about that?
That's different.
We're stepping outside of our comfort zone here today. But the first thing I want to talk about is soda pop.
Okay.
Because I think soda pop is pretty cool. And it's a big part of our culture here in America.
I like soda pop, but I like ice in my soda pop.
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Before we get too far, this is a podcast where we talk about real estate, life, ourselves, other people, travel, fun things in life. And today our first topic is soda pop. Now, when I grew up in Oregon, and we didn't have a lot of soda pop, to be honest with you. I don't remember soda pop until I was about 8, probably.
And just so everybody knows, he's almost 60 years
That's not
old.
important in this conversation. So when I was 8 in Oregon, my parents, they were members at a place called the Pop Shop.
Oh, wow, fun.
I don't know if it was fun because you'd go there and they'd give you, they were all in the same size bottle and you get a case of them and they were like cola or they were like Sprite.
Oh.
So they weren't like the real deal.
They were generic.
So my first relationship with soda was like a generic soda.
Interesting.
How about you? What was your?
I don't do anything generic. So
well, so when you were a kid though,
no.
Coke, it was Coke,
it was, thank goodness my mom is also a Coke lover. And I mean soda pop Coke lover. So we had real stuff. We did Diet Coke, regular Coke, Dr. Pepper. We're not a Pepsi family, but no, we didn't do like RC Cola or any knockoffs. We were like the real deal.
How about Tab?
Oh, no, Tab? No. That is, we do not bring Tab into our household.
Why not?
Because that's what a lot of the Utah people would do as a.
It was cool. We drank Tab after
we did not.
After we were done with the bottle shop, we'd break into Tab and Pepsi Light.
Yeah, not our family.
Do you remember Pepsi Light?
I do.
Pepsi Light's song was, we put a little lemony taste in and took out half the calories.
Oh my gosh, it's kind of a cool
It was a cool
slogan.
jingle.
Yeah.
But my true love is what, Jennifer?
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Yep. What is it? 3 o'clock? 6 o'clock?
10, 3, and 6 or something like that.
Yeah. You're supposed to have a Dr. Pepper like every 3 hours.
Do you know what the oldest soda pop in America is?
Wow. I'm gonna say Dr. Pepper.
It is Dr.
Oh, wow.
Pepper.
Okay, there you go.
There's a great Paul Harvey broadcast where he tells the story of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
There was a young man who was living in a city, and he worked in it was called like a pharmacy, but they also had like a fountain bar.
Mm-hmm.
And he was courting the owner's daughter.
Ooh.
And he really loved her, true love. And he was going to ask her to marry him. He had big plans for her. But one night, the girl's father approached him and said, I don't want you to date my daughter.
Oh, wow.
I have higher expectations for her. She should marry a doctor, a lawyer, somebody professional, not someone like you.
Wow.
So he didn't, I guess back in that day, like if you told a kid that now, he'd be like, I don't care what you want. Right. I'm going to date your daughter. He said, okay, I'm leaving town. And he took off and he left. And he left and he went to Waco, Texas.
Okay. I see where this is going.
Where he developed a little thing called Dr. Pepper.
Yep. In Waco, Texas.
Yes, but the name, the father, who was the father of the girl, he was a doctor.
Yeah.
And his last name was Pepper.
Pepper.
That's why
So he
named-
dedicated his entire business to kind of say, up yours.
No, I don't know about that.
Father that didn't
But
let
probably-
you marry your daughter.
The father is probably like, "Oh, that guy did pretty good."
Yes, but I still think he did Dr. Pepper to say, up yours,
No,
Father,
probably.
who didn't think I
Sure.
was good enough for your daughter.
Okay, you go to a restaurant, Jenny, and you order a Diet Coke,
Yes.
and they say, "Oh, we'd have Pepsi products." What do you do?
I say, no, thank you, iced tea.
Really?
Yep.
Can't do Diet Pepsi?
I think Diet Pepsi tastes like sugar. I think Pepsi tastes like pure sugar.
Wow, you're not a Pepsi fan at all.
I am not.
How about ginger ale?
I could go for ginger ale.
Which kind?
Canadian. Isn't
Canada
it?
Dry?
Yeah, Canada Dry.
Not
sorry.
Schweppes?
I think either one's.
I prefer Canada Dry.
I'm
to be
good
honest
with either. If it's anything ginger ale, I'm fine.
Do you think Mr. Pibb is a acceptable replacement for Dr. Pepper?
No. No.
Jeez,
Absolutely not.
Are you a soda snob?
Yes, I am.
Do you know why it's called soda?
Oh, no, I don't.
It's from the word sodium.
Oh, interesting.
I'm sure there's more information than that, but that's all I know.
It's funny because when I say to clients and friends, I want to order a soda pop, they make fun of me because I guess soda pop is kind of an Eastern, like on the East Coast side, everybody calls it soda pop, but we don't. We call it.
A soda or the brand name? You say
Yeah,
Coke?
I think we don't even say soda. We
I
just
think
call it
soda
brand name.
pop's like a southern thing.
Okay.
And I have, my brother married someone from Arkansas, and they live in Texas. And it's funny because when they want to have a soda pop, they kind of call it a cold drink.
Oh, cold drink.
We're gonna have a cold drink.
Nice.
Do you think sodas are good for us?
Soda's not good for us at all.
But we drink so much of it.
Well, I drink 1 can a day. That's
By
not
we,
that much.
I meant society.
Well, I would say soda pop is better than a beer or wine or hard liquor.
You may get an argument there. Some people might say, I drink a glass of wine every night and it cleanses me or does good for me. Maybe
Right.
some people would say a glass of wine's better than a Coke.
I'm not saying that a glass of wine's not good for you. The data's there. I just don't think that you should be going in to enjoy a hard liquor or drink beer or wine during the day, where a soda pop you can enjoy in the middle of the day.
Some people enjoy those things you listed during the day too.
Not people that I know.
You can't
At least
drink.
they don't let
You
me
can't
know.
drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Okay, Max.
How about this though?
Okay.
Too much soda is probably a bad thing.
Yes.
Too much beer, too much wine, too much of any substance is a bad thing.
I agree.
Do you remember the test where you put a piece of chalk in a
Yeah.
glass of Coke and it would like eat it up?
Well, first of all, I think this is true. I've heard it many reliable places. But if they want to get blood off of concrete, they actually use Coke.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're putting something in our body that can clean asphalt and concrete. That kind of scares you a little bit.
Sounds great.
I also remember being in the 5th or 6th grade, and one of the classmates' father, he was a dentist, and he brought in some extra teeth, and her science experiment was a tooth in Sprite, in Coke, and in water. Ooh, that Coke one it was like 20 or 30 days. That tooth was just disgusting.
Wow.
It wasn't even like a tooth anymore.
I've heard that, I really have. You talked about RC Cola. I had an aunt. Every time I went over to stay with her, she would get a 6-pack of RC Cola and some cigarettes, and that was her evening while I was playing with my cousins.
Things have changed a little bit, huh?
I bet if I took a RC Cola to her right now, she'd probably throw it back at me. Well, that kind of concludes our soda segment of the podcast today.
I'm glad I was able to participate in that.
Well, we love that you participated. We'd also love to hear what you think about sodas. Are you a Pepsi person? Coke person? Do you drink soda? So give us a comment, send us a note, tell us what you think.
You know what I'm upset about?
Are you still talking about soda?
Well, I don't know why the halftime has to be the Pepsi halftime. I
Which
hate
one?
that.
It's not always. Oh, you mean
Oh,
the
it
Super Bowl?
is.
Super Bowl halftime show?
Super Bowl halftime show, for as long as I can remember, is sponsored by Pepsi, and I've always been just a little aggravated about that.
What about someone who likes Pepsi? I bet they're not aggravated by it at all.
I have never met anyone who likes Pepsi over Coke.
There's got to be Pepsi people
Well,
out there.
hey, Max
They're a
threw
big
it
company.
out there.
They're a big company.
If you're a Pepsi lover, we want to hear about it, because to my knowledge, no one that I am affiliated with or associated with likes Pepsi over Coke.
You do know that if I order a Diet Coke when we're having a meal and the lady or the gentleman says we do Pepsi products, is a Diet Pepsi okay?
You say yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying people won't drink it if they, if it's offered to them. I'm just saying Coke or Pepsi. I don't know anybody that picks Pepsi over Coke.
Okay. That's
just my thought. Hey,
okay.
I hope you send in some of your information and let us know.
I mean, it's a huge company and some people must
I
like it.
understand.
I'm just saying, you might not know anybody, but hey. All right. We're moving on to our next topic.
Maybe it's like when you and I, when we go to places and we see like a shop and we're like, how does that shop stay in business? And you always say they're selling drugs behind
At the back door.
By the back door. Maybe Pepsi's that way too.
Do you know she gets upset when we go to a hotel or a resort and it says Pepsi products sold here? Sometimes she won't go to a resort. If we're online going, hey, where should we go? Oh, this place is Pepsi. Forget it. We're not going.
I also don't like it when we go see any sporting event and we walk in and it's a Pepsi stadium. That always pisses me off because you don't have an opportunity of an iced tea. You don't have any other choice. You have to go with like Sprite,
Pepsi's
which isn't
version.
Sprite.
Yeah, Pepsi's version of Sprite.
Which
Sierra
is
Mist, maybe? Sierra Mist.
Yeah, I was going to say LeBron James does the
Sprite. He does Sprite.
Oh, he does?
I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Sierra Mist is right.
We're more than halfway through.
I'm sorry. We should probably move on. We've out-talked pop soda.
We're going to jump from soda to a question about honesty and integrity in the workplace.
Oh, God. You really want to open up a can of worms.
We have a third topic if we get through this one soon.
Okay, so start it off.
Well, my question is on this topic of integrity and honesty in the workplace.
Yes.
I think that I've heard people say before, you've said it, as long as you never lie, you never have to wonder what you told somebody.
I think that's great.
Great philosophy.
Great way of life.
Yeah, I mean, and we're in real estate. And there probably are some maybe professionals in our industry that aren't always as honest or truthful as they should be when it comes to either disclosing stuff to your client, disclosing stuff about a property that you know about, because in the end, people want to get paid. So what usually happens is you go, if I tell the truth here and be totally honest and transparent, it might mess up my deal.
Yeah.
So what do? I like to take the approach of just tell everybody everything, let it all out there, so you're not going to later on wonder if you're, going to get in trouble or you weren't, honest.
I think the bottom line is you sleep better when you tell the truth. Period.
That's true.
And if you lose a deal, you lose a client, you lose a friendship, whatever, I think that at the end of the day, you're going to sleep better knowing that you were honest. Now, I do want to put a caveat in there. Yes.
Caveat alert.
Yes. When I brought up a friend and even a client, you don't have to be brutally honest. You just have to be honest.
A friend.
Yeah. Like, so if a friend says to me, do I look okay before we go out? Mm-hmm. And I don't think she looks okay. That's totally my opinion. It's not gospel. It's not a fact.
Okay.
So in my mind, I might be like, well, no, you shouldn't wear those super tight pants that make your butt look big. But I'm not going to say that. I don't have to be brutally honest.
You're going to tell a little white lie.
I'm just going to say, hey, you look good to go out.
Okay. That's you and your friend.
Yeah.
Let's say a wife says to their husband, hey, do these pants make my butt look big? What does the wife want to hear? Can the husband dare to be honest if he thinks it makes her butt look big? By the way, your butt never looks too big. Perfect butt.
Um,
What does a wife want?
I don't think we want the honesty.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh, my God.
Because this is the thing. You've gotten ready. You've already put it in your brain what you're going to be wearing wherever you're going. Really, what you want is you just want your husband to make you feel
Oh,
better.
you look great.
Yeah.
You look great, babe.
Even though I might know that he's telling a little white lie, it just sets the mood. Because if you were to say, well, your butt looks good, I'm probably not going to go change my clothes. Or if I do go change my
What if I
clothes,
said your butt looks big?
I might go change my clothes, which then means I'm really pissed off. I'm late. I'm not feeling like what I thought I was going to do. So I would say stay away.
But if the wife expects the husband to just say, oh, you look great. Now when the husband says that, sometimes it's, oh, you didn't even look, or oh, are you sure? You know in Princess and the Bride when the guy poisons the one drink and he says, now you don't know if I switched or you switched. It creates a bit of an issue.
I think that as a husband, you should just know to always compliment your wife. Period. I think it's part of your marriage.
End of story.
It's part of your marriage duty.
This segment was brought to you by Diet Coke.
But I will say that when you're talking to, at least for me, when I talk to my clients who are owners of property and they say something like, I think this green wall looks really good. What do you think, Jenny?
Mm-hmm.
I avoid the what do I think? Mm-hmm. I go directly to, well, I can show to you that a property that is neutral in color is going to rent faster than something that has multiple color walls. So I'm, again, not going to give them the honest truth of my opinion. I am going to frame it to where I don't get into trouble. So maybe the husband should just frame it to where he tells his wife something that's not going to get him into trouble. Like, hey, those pants do make your butt look really voluptuous. So let's go, honey. Go to the party, I mean.
Yeah. Remember the last time she said, just tell her she looks good. Let's stick with that, boys. Okay. Don't try to mess with it.
There you go.
She went off the ranch a little bit there.
I'll put crazy on the shelf.
Yeah.
So
okay. What about, but also with pricing of a house?
Yes.
Presentation of a house? A realtor doesn't want to upset their client. But I like to say this, if I'm talking to a client, I'm acting like I'm talking to my brother. Because I would tell him the honest truth and I'd say, your house does not present well. And if you don't fix it up, it's not going to sell for more than this. You're going to have a hard time getting showings. I even like to tell people, is it okay if I talk to you as if you're my brother or my mom?
Okay, that's a great way to set that up. I think if you didn't set it up with that, you could sound a little too harsh. You might turn somebody off.
Let's jump over to the workplace, like an office, like your company.
Yeah.
Do you think that honesty and integrity rule the day in your office? Maybe not. Let's not narrow it down to your office. But do you think workers, staff, employees are pretty apt to bend the truth if it's going to make them look a little bit better?
Yes, and that's frustrating. But I also understand why they do it, because I do have team members that are very blunt, very honest. They'll tell you exactly what their opinion is or what they did when you ask them. And in doing so, they have rubbed other team members the wrong way. Mm-hmm. So it's a tricky tightrope, because I don't want to be lied to, but I just think that sometimes you can really even turn me off when we're in a conversation if you're being completely blunt and not taking feelings and emotions into consideration.
Yeah. I mean, I think I agree with that, but I'm also thinking about task-related items. I think if you tell somebody, this is what I want you to do, and then you see it hasn't gotten done yet, and then you say, hey, did that get done? And they say, yes. And then they quick do it.
I know. I hate that. I hate that.
They also, you can say, well, I was going to do that, but then this other person told me they were going to do it, or they said they were going to get involved. And they just have different ways to create, I guess, falsehoods so that they don't look bad.
Right.
I think ultimately in anybody's situation, when they start to lie about what they're accomplishing or doing, it's because they don't want themselves to look bad.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's survival. You want to always be important. You want the person that's speaking to you to feel like, they're worthy, that you're worthy to them, and so they decide to go falsehoods.
Now, children, your children.
Oh my gosh. Everything
As
that
you were
comes out of
saying,
their mouth is false.
Not everything.
No, seriously.
As you were saying that about wanting them to be seen in a good light, I thought about children.
Yes.
I think if there's a parent out there who has children, they have to assume they're being lied to.
I would say that from the age of 11 all the way until they move out of your home, anything that if the lips are moving, you can anticipate 90% of it is not true.
So lips are moving.
Yeah.
That's sad state of affairs.
Well, I think it comes right down to they don't want the parents to think less of them. They want to have their parents feel proud. They might have said they were going to take out the garbage and then they honestly forgot. They don't want the repercussions. So they try and lie or, as you said, have falsehoods about it. It's kind of the way of life. And it sort of sucks because that way of life goes right into the business world. And if there's a magic potion, procedure, something, it would be great to know.
It would be great to know. What I find interesting about parents, because we are parents.
Yes.
By the way, did you know that?
But we're empty nesters, which is nice.
Right. But when we found out our children were lying to us, we were appalled.
Appalled.
How could they possibly not be totally honest with us?
Because I feel like
hang on there, bud. What people forget is they were youth once too. And so even me, I'm like, how could you lie to me? And I go, well, crap, I lied to my parents left and right.
Hate when you say that.
But is it true?
I hate it.
Is it true?
First of all,
is it true?
It's two different compartments. You're growing up, you're experiencing things, you do what you do. Stop comparing that to being a parent. When you're a parent, you better buck up and do it right.
You said everybody. If your children from 11 to when they move out, everybody. Is that just this current generation?
I think you can stop the comment to your kids that say, oh, I remember when I lied to my parents. No,
those are
stop.
fun. Those are fun.
Don't share too much. As a parent, don't share all your growing up tales.
Well, I think we can sum up honesty by it's a good thing in business and in a relationship. The more honest you can be, the better. My mother is a good example of that. She will hold back nothing. And sometimes you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. But then you go, well, the truth
will set you free.
The truth will set you free.
Do you know what else I want to share with everyone?
Can get you in trouble too sometimes. Go ahead.
I think that, yes, you should always tell the truth. Yes, you should have integrity. It should be top of your character list. I also think that by being a skilled communicator, you can
the truth.
By being a skilled communicator,
be on the edge of the rink of truth.
You can tell the truth without hurting people's feelings.
Oh, sure.
Because honestly, I think that's why people lie or tell falsehoods anyways. So get to the root of it. Be a better communicator.
True that. Don't want to hurt people's feelings.
There you go.
That's a good call, Jenny.
Thank you.
That's why we keep her around, folks. The hostess with the mostest.
And I'll drink a little Diet Coke.
My Dr.
Since
Pepper.
It's not Pepsi.
That's why we keep her around for this podcast. Realtors Keeping It Real. Thoughts for Rent. We are glad you joined us. We didn't have time for our third topic, so maybe we'll address that later. Have a Coke. Have a Dr. Pepper. Don't have a
Pepsi.
And be honest. Tell the truth. And you will have a great life.
If you enjoyed this segment and you think somebody would laugh along with it, feel free to subscribe or share. We love to grow our listening database.
We do. Now, this is when Jenny leans forward to stop the recording. We're highly technical here at Thoughts for Rent. Have a great day. Oh, there you go. Sound good? Okay, good. I'll pass over to Ireland. Here you go, Ken.
Thanks, Pops.